When trail runners come together, they don't just race, they battle. You're going to see some of the most skillful downhill running ever witnessed on Earth. Battling against lungs that can climb for kilometre after kilometre, reaching the edge of the sky, then hurtling down.
Winning for the second time. Villemon's got the pace. She is making history.
It was roles reversed at Noli a few weeks ago.
She's also about to absolutely smash that. I was trapped.
Golden Trail World Series title.
We want to destroy people, but people destroy us.
You're ready? Of course, you're always ready.
My name is Joyce Modoni Njeru. I come from Kenya and running for the normal team. My plan was to defend the title from last year. So from last year I can say everything changed.
When you sign a new athlete, and you sign the champion of last season, you sign them for one thing, and that's to win. What do they think about 6th? For the first race of the season, we headed to Japan for the rhythms of Kobe.
3, 2, 1,
It was good. I got there and I had the confidence to perform well, to start the season well, but it didn't go as I wanted. There was a guy with a bike and he approached me and he told me, no, this is not the right way. When I got lost, I was position 1.
How many 3?
Go 3.
How many seconds left, Joyce?
Your first one.
Joyce?
Nope.
I'm Sara Alonso from the Basque Country and I am racing for the assisted running team. This year in Kobe, it was the first race of the season. We were in a pack and suddenly Joyce was a little bit in front, then she lost.
¿Qué vuelta estamos en la 3? Joyce ha perdido. We are first.
And after the second downhill, I pushed in the downhill, Madalena didn't follow me. Then arriving to the finish line with a 5-minute gap, it was a really surprise and really emotional for me.
The women's races were throwing up quite a few surprises, but in the men's, it was very predictable. Domination by Team Run Together.
That wall is not friendly.
I'm Patrick Emweno. I'm coming from Kenya. Team Run Together. I was saying that this year I have to try to see if I will win 1 or 2 races for the Golden, and I make it.
For stage 2, we moved to China, racing on the longest wall on Earth.
For me, I was not expecting that I will run good in China because of the stairs. But reaching somewhere like 17 kilometers, That's where I realized that I would be in the podium side. Then I start pushing for her.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, something happened. Patrick Jimeno is alone. He finally made the move.
And I think we started well. Patrick started well with winning 2 times, so it was a great start.
In China, Kenya dominated again. And while all the athletes rode the ups and the downs of the wall, for one athlete, there were far more downs.
Me he caído, estoy mareada. I'm Malenosa, I'm from the Basque Country, I'm 22 years old and I ran for Salomon. Yeah, well, Kobe was very tough. One of the toughest ones this year.
¡No puedo correr!
Vamos.
¡Yo no puedo correr, Rino!
Anda rápido.
At
some point, like, I think the mind was more clever or was stronger than the body. And I could make it to the finish line in the podium spots, but honestly, after the race, I was pretty disappointed. So after a tough race in Kobe and like this approach to the race in China, it was pretty complicated, and I think like even before the start of the race, I wasn't ready for it, especially mentally, and that's why not even physically. So then the result was, I think it was not a surprise for me.
Take it easy, all right?
Like from the very, very beginning, the first kilometers, I was feeling so empty. I stopped there because I knew like there was no point about finishing it.
2 races down, some of our athletes had already played their races, but one runner was yet to draw their cards.
Je suis Elusine Lazaoui, je vis au Maroc, je cours pour Team Normal. Oui, l'année prochaine, ça a été pour moi un bon souvenir parce que j'ai gagné la finale et ça a été pour moi quelque chose d'important dans ma carrière de sport et dans ma vie. Oui, pour moi, j'ai fait un planning que je ne suis pas prêt pour aller au Japon et la Chine. Et j'ai commencé à Noli.
When Elisine raced in Noli in the final 2 years ago, it was the first time people thought he could be the future winner of the Golden Trail. But this season, both Patrick and Philemon are here to show that they could win the series.
Good morning.
Good morning, mister. This is Philemon Kiriago from Kenya. Team Run Together on. You know, I was already prepared.
Last year, both Philemon and Patrick lost the sprint finish to Elisine.
We discussed a lot about these finishes in the past season against Elisine, and yeah, we tried to work on it.
I was trusting myself because when I was in Kenya, Patrick was telling me, "Hey Philemon, I trust on you."
Look, Philemon now! Philemon's got the pace over Elisine. He's looking fluid.
Philemon Kiriago, he steps up the pace again.
So I was well prepared. I was not afraid of.
Mais ça a été un bon course, malgré ça.
He might have won the battle with Elisine, but by the look on Elisine's face, he'd started a war. But the story of Noli wasn't finished yet.
Noli?
I'm Floria Moderina, I'm from Romania and I represent Scott running team. Noli is special for me. From there I was start the real life of professional athlete, and to come back there, I don't have words. I was go with a lot of trust in myself, and I was feel, I don't know, this race is fitting me well. I was good, the same like, let's play again the game, because I know how cards to use to be able to have a good race.
Let's go, Mada! Yes! Yepa!
Madalena's win means she's now leading the series. Whereas Joyce is in the pits of despair, she's not even inside the top 10.
If you could ask me about the race in China, I was actually destroyed inside, both mentally, emotionally.
I think that at the beginning of the season it was quite hard for Joyce. She had trained so hard during all the winter and she had super high expectations.
I just tried to work it by myself, but it was not working by myself. So I needed somebody like to bring me back to the trail, emotionally, physically.
When she stopped in Noli, then we had a conversation about it, about what was happening and how could we solve it. And I think that it was a turning point for her.
¿Qué pasa?
Sí, porque hago esto.
¿Por qué?
Pasar por estos momentos en mi vida. Eres una chica normal.
25th of May, a date on everyone's calendar. Zegama Ascori, the biggest trail marathon in the world, and also a race with lots of unfinished history.
In 2022, my sport career started in Zegama, and then the following 2 years I wasn't able to start the race because due to an injury or a pneumonia the day before. In 2025, after winning in Kobe, I knew that it could be my year.
Sarah Alonso is leading.
When you are leading the race, the only thing that can happen is that you can lose it.
After the soap opera that's been Sarah's performances of the last 2 years, she's finally cleaned up and wins her home race at Zegama.
Winning Zegama was one of the best moments of my life and of course the best moment of my trail running career, and it was so emotional for me.
Cette année, il y a un petit peu de pression pour moi parce que les gens ils m'ont dit qu'il y a le favori. Mais il faut gagner parce que vraiment, j'ai essayé 4 ans pour gagner, 5 ans, j'ai essayé pour gagner cette course. Et si toujours ça marche pas, mais...
And I think that for him it was really important to be able to win Zegama, kind of a personal milestone on his athlete's career.
Cette année, ça a été fait, j'aimerais bien retourner. Et bien sûr, quand tu gagnes cette course, tu prendras beaucoup de confiance et beaucoup d'énergie pour d'autres courses.
At the halfway point in our season, Philemon and Patrick's avoidance of the longer distance Zegama has opened the door for Elisine. His victory not only brings him into our top 5, but one more win and he'll top the table. Sarah's win puts her just 2 points ahead of Madalena. With only your top 3 race results scoring, Sarah's 4th from China will be easier to upgrade than Madalena's 3rd. Marlin's now up to 4th with only 2 scoring races, another finish, and she'll be in our top 3. The series then headed to America, home of Hollywood. And boy, do we want a blockbuster. Elisine, Patrick and Philemon finally head to head. And it didn't disappoint. Time to get out the popcorn.
I think Broken Arrow and Mexico, it was clear before that those 3 might be the strongest and they will battle each other.
The guys who are playing a game on me because I was running like 3/4 of the race in front.
You can have the best tactic and it might not work because he is the strongest. So of course they try to do some different things during the race.
Unfortunately, they started pushing very hard downhill. That's where I dropped.
Oui, bien sûr, à partir de Noli, j'ai changé beaucoup de choses. J'ai changé plein de choses de la tête. J'ai trouvé la solution, gagner l'Amérique avec un sprint.
As they neared the finish, Philemon threw his punch, but Elisine took it square in the face and gave him back a bigger uppercut. And in the women's, we saw something we hadn't seen for some time. A Joyce win, but a smile on Joyce's face.
Broken Arrow champion Joyce and Jero Mathoni.
I was a bit nervous how I will perform. From the start, this was the goal, like to ring the bell. And when I was approaching there, not even before, like when I got to the downhill and Magdalena could not maybe catch me, so I was just, yes, you did it. Just approach the bell and you are back.
I was very happy for her.
I was very happy that to see that Joyce had gone through the mental block and had found again herself.
The circuit then headed south to Mexico, to Peck Trail for the very first time. With Madalena having a bad day and Joyce running well, it should be victory to Joyce, but there's a new sheriff in town.
My name's Lauren Gregory. I run for Nike, previously Nike Trail, now ACG Racing Department, and I'm from Boulder, Colorado. I was aiming for points. I think I didn't have a specific place in mind in Mexico. and I just recovered in between and showed up to Mexico not knowing exactly where I would be at, and especially for a race that long, I was benefited by being patient. Like, I held back for the first hour or two, didn't go with Madalena and Joyce for the first 2 climbs.
Good job, Lauren.
Madalena fell.
Why? She stopped?
She's walking. Twisted her ankle.
But I was falling one part where I was not have high speed, was just maybe few stone or 1 roots. I was fall there.
I kind of could pick up the pieces after some other people's races went poorly, which that could happen to anyone, but I think my mindset was more of like slow and steady rather than hard from the gun. I was pretty stoked, yeah. I've never won one of those before, so it's pretty cool.
Nobody was coming to for the rescue to help me. I decided, okay, let's walk. Maybe I will finish the race.
Team Run Together were desperate to find a tactic that could defeat Elisine.
Another race which I was not expecting someone to beat me.
But no matter what they did, they couldn't stop the flying camel.
Et chaque course avec sa stratégie.
So Elisine finishes with 3 wins, maximum points going into the final. And they need to learn fast, because if they repeat what they're doing, they're going to lose once again. Midsummer, we then head to Austria, but there's snow at the peak and the rain is pouring down.
I was feeling really confident about my shape that day because I knew I had been training very, very good, so I was not expecting about being the leader after the first loop, and honestly that was my first time ever leading a Golden Trail race, and I felt like at the beginning I was leading alone, and then Naomi kind of caught me, and I was feeling safer when I was running with her rather than when I was running alone. So that shows I need to start like learning how to lead a race.
Marlin's second place, her best ever result, not only restored her confidence, but also restored her challenge to the series.
I deserve a win as a reward of that consistency for so many years, so maybe in the final can come that day.
For the last race before the final, we went to Sierra Zanal in Switzerland. Over 50 years old, it's the most competitive trail race in the world. And it's their last chance to score some points. No pressure then.
For me, I do describe Sierra Zanal as like a different world.
We're on screen now with Adrian Briffon on his debut here. So far, looking very, very strong.
If you have not sacrificed yourself for the training, you cannot survive.
What a performance by Patrick and Philemon. They were desperate to make their mark, to come first and second, and to smash Elisine by so much. Couldn't have gone better.
Philemon has made the pass. He has just chewed up that ground. What a move from Philemon. He must be feeling great now.
So happy. I've never seen in my life that run together can go to a huge race like that and scramble the podium. That's why I usually say that run together at the moment. We are determined and looking forward even to scramble everything in golden in the future.
Yeah, of course, it's like a dream coming true.
9e place pour le Marocain. Le temps d'Elisine de 35:58.
Heading into our finals, the results in Sierra Zanao have made our series the tightest it has ever been. Patrick and Philemon now tied in second place, breathing down the neck of Elisine, just 12 points behind. Both Madalena and Joyce failed to improve on their results from earlier this season, so Sierra Zanao was all for nothing. But Lauren enters the top 10 for the very first time. Then it was time for the grand final. All trails lead to Ledro, and this was the head-to-head we were waiting for.
What does Ledro have to be the final of the Golden Trail series?
Ledro, it's a stunning place. The view is just amazing from the ridges on the lake. You have many elevation, technical trail, ridges. You have everything on this race.
Oui, cette semaine, je sais que ça va être un peu complet pour moi, mais comme j'ai déjà dit, je suis vraiment préparé 100%, physiquement, mentalement, tout.
I know that they are strong, I know that they are fully motivated, they don't want to become second, they want to win.
This is the last race. So for me, I have to put all my energy.
If it's my day, I'm ready for it. But I will try to show that everything in this world is possible.
Thinking from what was happening in 2023, then one was happening in 2024. And this year I was not coming with any expectation. I say, okay, let's do it and we'll see what will happen.
At this moment of my season, at the beginning of the year, it was like impossible to think that I was battling for the overall win of the Golden Trail series.
Now starting on position 4, I think I'm still motivated, I can still do it. I'm just that kind of a fisherman with a drone. Anything can happen.
The goal is always to be as front as possible, and I will always do everything that is in my hands to be in that podium.
I think I'd be happy with knowing that I arrived as prepared as I could and was able to express the fitness that I do have. And I just want to be happy overall with the 2 races that I can put together.
Je pense que je suis 5 ans, j'ai gagné toujours le prologue et j'espère vraiment garder cette premier.
I think it's to focus on themselves and especially the prologue. You are running alone. It's only Elisine who can catch them on the course, yes. But let's hope it will not happen.
Men's prologue was ridiculous. I mean, Elisine didn't win. He just destroyed everyone. At every section, he was the quickest. He ran down Patrick, then he ran down Philemon, then he ran down Michael, 3 run-together runners. I've never seen a performance like this, and it just shows when it comes to technical short distance, no one is even close to Elisine.
We are not satisfied, we are not happy. The runners, maybe at the moment, they are a bit disappointed. But still there is hope, still there is motivation to try the best on Sunday.
My strategy for the prologue, it's gonna be full gas.
And I will do both for race. Crazy for the start to the end. I fall, I wake up, I will go until to the end, and full gas if I can.
To me, it seems like a miss to not give it your absolute best at the final and show up as fresh as you possibly can.
I feel some insecurities about, like, on the approach to the race, because if I cramp, I'm gonna be out of the game.
If you don't play your cards well, you will have that kind of an experience where you will just start blaming yourself.
Madeleine has stamped her mark. Fastest climber by over a minute. She looks like the favourite, more clearly than she ever has. But behind her, everything's changing. Sarah and Joyce are locked together, Marlin's dropping places, Lauren Gregory's appearing from nowhere. It's a second through to 5th. Could be anyone's.
Yes! So
Yes!
Madalena Flora!
I was right!
Yes! Valenosa and Sarah Alonso!
The women's race is over, and if you look across the lake, it's clear and still. But come the morning, you'll discover that lake is full of piranhas, and they're ready to go wild.
This race has been designed to have a big show from the start to the finish. We will see a lot of people blowing up in uphill and crashing in downhill.
I'm a bit more nervous than yesterday, I don't know why, but it's gonna be okay. Everything is open, and you need to really perform your best in order to get to the podium. I'm not gonna stop dreaming, but I'm just gonna give my best, and I will be happy with that top 5 also.
I need still to push as much as I can until to the end.
I'm gonna give my 100% and risk to follow her, because that means that I can maintain my second overall in the ranking.
More like intrigued because I can sniff more points. Like I can sniff higher places. Like I can taste like moving up the ranking.
This time, when I'm in the competition, I'm changed. I'm another Madalena, what need to be very focused. I have more confidence in myself, and I want to show what I'm able to do.
Trail always talks about how friendly a community it is, but when you see the face of the women at the start line, wow, they're no longer friends. This is all-out war.
It doesn't matter how you start. What matters is how you end and how you do it.
On the first climb, all Madeleine had to do was stick with Sarah to ensure she was going to win the overall.
So I was pushing all the time, just because I was come here to do my best.
Surprisingly, Joyce followed Madalena as well, out-climbing Sarah, who's known as a better climber.
I see my family and I say them, not worry, one of them at least will die, because this pace is insane. Joyce dropped a little bit down, so I say, okay, that's my moment.
Sarah Alonso has made the overtake.
Whereas Sarah was in her little groove, trotting up the hill, picking up Joyce, with Madalena in her sights. But just when you think you know what the script is, someone comes along and ruins everything.
But I feel like being patient and steady and like methodical throughout the race does pay off, because if I tried to climb with her, I might have blown up, you know? So I feel like I ran it how I would best climb that, and I think it did pay off for me.
I don't feel my legs was up here or something. I was not understand what should I do, because I don't feel my legs. What should I do? Thinking I don't know what was able to help me, but I was trying to find a solution, you know. And I was trying to walk, to run, to walk, to run.
Across the ridge, Madalena regathered herself, and coming to the descent, something she's good at, she could start to dream about that finish tape. But Lauren had different ideas.
I kind of just let the ridge play out, and all of a sudden I could see Madalena, so I decided to try to go get her.
And there's Lauren Gregory going over the top. She's done amazingly well over the last 15 minutes.
She can smell blood now.
I had descended faster than her yesterday, so I felt like, okay, at least have this part possibly in the bag. So I feel like it's safer if I'm around before the descent, and it kind of just happened like that. Like, she let me pass, and I was like, okay, we're going, no look back.
Coming to the downhill, I started having some problem with the clamps. I could not control them.
Marlon came into this weekend in 3rd place, but at the top of the descent, she was down in 5th overall. So she buried herself with the fastest descent of the whole series.
I was like, today is the day, you don't have cramps, you can show what are you capable of in this type of downhill, and I think I did one of the best downhills in my life.
Yeah, I just tried to like stay looking forward, stay confident, and like know that I have descending skills, and just kind of relied on that. I mean, that's awesome. I wanted to see how high I could get this year, and I guess that's how high I got, so.
No, I need to really wake up if it's true.
This year have been like amazing, like repeat the result that I have done this year. I think is almost impossible, but I am 2nd, so you can even improve that.
I'm still dreaming for a overall win, of course. I'm gonna keep fighting, but right now I'm just thinking about this result, and I think I can be very proud.
Yeah, I can say it's a great year with full of experience and running lessons. Next year, I will be back.
Madalena ended the series delighted. She's had a whole year of questions about how she threw away the series last year. Finally, she succeeded.
I think we have to. I will use another tactics, not the same tactics as I used to use.
For me, at the moment, no pressure with anybody. If the chance comes, I will use it.
Since the prologue, Team Run Together have had 48 hours to build a master plan. What do you got? We saw in the women's how Lauren upset the field. And there's another Lauren in the men's, Taylor Stack, a track athlete who's good on technical terrain. He's the person that could change everything.
I think I'm not the best at the uphill and I'm not the best at the downhill, but I'm like almost the best at both.
Once the athletes had all taken the start line, there was a deathly silence and it seemed like time slowed down. They'll try not to look at each other, focusing on the race, trying to outsight their opposition, pretending that they're not desperately screaming on the inside.
We want to destroy people, but people destroy us.
Christian started to slow, and Philemon stepped up. He was burying himself up that first climb. And just as his energy started to drop, who comes through but Taylor Stack, ready to collect it all.
So I was kind of surprised that I was in the mix with those guys. It felt, like I was saying, kind of surreal. He's world champion, he's the Sears Nol champion. So it's like, man, either he's having a tough day or I'm having a really good day, or both.
So this skate becoming terrible to me. My aim now, it was to finish the race.
Even though Philemon took the risk, it was Patrick that was gaining the reward, breaking free of the chasing pack. Paul Machoka, the only person ahead of him. But just when Patrick thought he was free, he felt a familiar breath on his back. Turning around, of course he was. It was the flying camel.
Je cours aujourd'hui, j'ai beaucoup de confiance. Je sais qu'il y a un moment, mentalement, je vais être bien.
But as they started to descend, we were wondering, is LSE now going to make his move? But he didn't, he paused. Patrick's paused. And Paul Machoka unleashed hell.
That's where I told Alucine, just come and go because you are too fast.
Il y a la dernière 5 km de la descente, j'ai tordu la cheville. Après, j'ai perdu mon équilibre sur la descente. J'ai prié mon Dieu que je ne vais pas arrêter.
I'm just going to attack and try to make up as much ground as I can on the techie section. And that's pretty much how it went, which was nice.
Oh. Patrick's downhill was slower, but it allowed him to conserve some energy. And as soon as he hit the base, he started running fast. First he caught Taylor, then he overtook Paul. The question is, how much road was left?
If the course was 2 kilometers flat, I could have got the winner.
C'est historique, mais grâce à les choses que j'ai fait, les entraînements que j'ai fait, et bien sûr que cette victoire c'est pas seulement pour moi, c'est les gens avec moi, les amis, mon team, mon coach.
Are we gonna see Patrick Kipgenner in the Golden Trail Series next year?
Yeah, and you will be very fast.
Even if you're getting older?
Age is just a number.
Today was a really good confidence booster that, on my best day, I can run with those guys and, I have dreams of, winning the race someday.
For sure, my target of this year is being fulfilled. I'm so happy. I was in a podium side, so next year I'm looking forward to improve.
Elisine. What can you say about Elisine? For the second season in a row, he scored 1,000 points. A perfect result. It's the end of our season, but it's not the end of the story. Because from tomorrow, all of these athletes will be training again with one goal in mind: to be the Golden Trail champion.